So, you've done it. You've made the decision. You've got that one big goal for your new venture, your big rock, as we call it. You've cleared your schedule, and you are ready to go. And then, Monday morning hits. You're staring at a completely blank calendar, and that little thought creeps in, now what? If you're an experienced pro starting your next chapter, trust me, you are not alone in feeling this. But here's the secret. Turning that big goal into real momentum isn't about finding more motivation. It's about building the right system. So let's dive in and see what that system actually looks like.
First things first, let's get a quick reality check. Did you know that a staggering 80 to 90% of people failed to achieve their big goals? I mean, that's not a small number. It's the overwhelming majority. So the real question isn't if you'll face some friction, but how you're going to push through the inertia that stops most people right in their tracks.
You know, we're so often told that when we fail, it's some kind of personal failing. We didn't want it badly enough, or we just weren't committed. But is that really what's going on here? Especially for people like us, who've already built successful careers and know exactly how to get things done. I don't think so.
The real culprit here isn't a lack of willpower, it's the absence of a system. Think about it. For decades in your corporate career, the systems were just there. They were provided for you. But as an entrepreneur, you are now the architect. You have to build the entire operational structure from the ground up. And that right there is the crucial shift we're going to tackle today.
Okay, so here's our roadmap. We're going to start with the real reason goals fail for experienced pros, then we'll dive right into a practical 30-day system. We'll also cover the unique and frankly amazing advantages you have as a 55-plus founder, some common mistakes to sidestep, and what your next 30 days can really look like.
All right, let's kick things off with that fundamental shift from the corporate world. Because it's so much bigger than just changing your job title, it's about completely rewiring your entire operating environment.
In your corporate life, the structure was just a given, right? The IT department picked your software, HR set up your performance reviews, and your boss's agenda basically dictated your priorities. But in entrepreneurship, it's a blank canvas. You are the IT department, you are the CEO, and you are the project manager, all rolled into one. You don't just do the work anymore, you have to build the entire framework for getting the work done.
Okay, so if the problem is a lack of a system, well, the solution is to build one. And this isn't about some massive, complex, 100-page business plan. No, this is a simple 30-day framework designed to turn your intention into concrete daily action. Our 30-day plan is broken into 3 really simple phases. Week 1 is all about building your infrastructure. Think of it as laying the foundation. Weeks 2 and 3 are focused on locking in a sustainable routine. And week 4, that's your checkpoint, where you'll review and adjust the system, not the goal. Big difference.
Let me be crystal clear. Week 1 is not about getting clients. It's about removing friction that will slow you down later. Think of it like setting up your workshop before you start building. Getting a professional email, a simple scheduling link, a way to actually get paid. These are decisions you make one time to save yourself dozens of tiny, frustrating decisions down the road. That, my friends, is leverage. Now we're moving into weeks 2 and 3, and this is your mantra. I want you to repeat this. Block the calendar before you fill the calendar. See, your big goal doesn't need perfect conditions or some magical burst of inspiration. It needs protected time on your calendar. So what does that look like in practice? You do not need heroic 12-hour days. Just start with what we call a minimum viable routine. That's it. Just 2 to 4 protected hours each week scheduled at a specific time. Maybe it's Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 11 a.m. That's it. I promise you, consistent, focused effort will always beat sporadic bursts of trying to be perfect. Every single time.
Now, when you get to your 30-day checkpoint, you have to change your metric of success. Don't measure revenue or the number of clients just yet. In the beginning, that's just the wrong scoreboard and frankly can be really discouraging. Instead, measure the system. Did you protect your time? Did you show up when you said you would? Did you build the infrastructure? That is the win.
Now let's talk about something really crucial. It is so easy to look at the world of startups and think it's just a young person's game. But I'm telling you, the data proves the exact opposite. Your experience is your single greatest asset. A study in the American Economic Review found that a 50-year-old founder is 1.8 times more likely to achieve high-growth success than a 30-year-old. And get this, the average age of a founder of a really fast-growing company is 45. Let that sink in for a minute. You are not past your peak, you are just entering it. And it's not just a few outliers either. Research from the Kauffman Foundation shows that the 55 to 64 age group creates nearly a quarter of all new businesses in the U.S. You are part of a powerful, growing, and incredibly successful wave of entrepreneurship. But beyond the hard data, you have what I call the soft skills multiplier. Decades spent managing difficult conversations, navigating corporate politics, and delivering under pressure have honed your emotional intelligence. These aren't just life skills. They are high-value business assets that directly lead to winning and keeping clients.
Knowing your advantages is key, but so is knowing the common traps. So let's quickly go over 3 common mistakes to avoid in your first 30 days.
First, do not confuse being busy with making progress. Focus on those leveraged activities like building your systems. Second, please do not skip that infrastructure week. It's so tempting to go chase a client, but you'll look really unprofessional if you're scrambling to figure out how to send a simple invoice. And finally, ignore the hype. Define what success means for you on your own timeline.
Okay, we've covered the why, the how, and the what not to do. Now let's talk about putting this system into action and what comes next.
Look, this isn't just theory. This is a call to action. The momentum you want to have a month from now is created by the small, systematic steps you take today. Right now, your next 30 days of building have already begun. So what's the one thing you can do right now to make this real? I want you to open your calendar and block just 2 hours for your big goal this week. That's it. And if you want the checklists and frameworks we've talked about today, they are all available for free in the Retirepreneur Hub. The question isn't whether you're too late to start. The data is clear. You're right on time. The only question is, will you build the system to support your ambition?